Okay, we're joined by University of Illinois head coach John Gross and student athletes Brandon Paul, Nana Egwu, and Tyler Griffey. Coach, we'll ask you to make an opening statement, then we'll take questions for the student athletes.
Couldn't be more proud of our team throughout the course of the season, and I thought it was exemplified in full fashion today. I thought we battled. I asked them to play with courage. They played with a high level of courage. I thought their poise was tremendous. They were resilient. We had several guys make plays. We had our opportunities. I want to give Miami credit. They're a really good basketball team. You don't win their league and their tournament championship unless you've got good players and you're well coached and you play well. It was a battle. It's like a heavyweight boxing match out there. Unfortunately, we came out on the short end of it. The worst part for me is that I've got these guys up here and two of the seniors. I got three more back in my locker room, and we don't get to go to practice on Monday and Tuesday. That's the part that's hardest to swallow because these guys are high-character guys. I've loved being around them from day one. They've laid a foundation for where we're headed, and as I told them in the locker room, I'll be forever grateful for that. They represented the university well. Proud of them. Questions?
Okay, questions for the student athletes. Again, please give us your name and affiliation when you ask a question. Thank you.
Shannon Ryan, Chicago Tribune. Brandon, you kind of slumped over there at the end of the game, and just wondering what your thoughts were at that moment. You guys were so close. It probably seemed like you were within reach there.
When the clock hit zero, it kind of just hit me, faster than I thought it would, that, that was the last game of my college career. And more importantly, just my last time being able to step on the court, with, the guys I came with, Tyler, Joe, DJ, the rest of the seniors, Kevin and Sam, and the rest of the guys on my team, as well as the coaching staff. I've had a great career at Illinois. I've done a lot of things, and, just looking back, I'm proud of the way we fought tonight. Like Coach said, we made plays and put us in a position to be successful. Miami played a great game. And they never gave up, and they're a good team.
Okay, right, second row.
Herb Gould, Chicago Sun-Times. Nana, with about 40 seconds left, you were battling for the ball, I think with Kaji under your basket, and it looked like you guys thought you were going to get the inbounds play, and then they gave it to Miami. Just how surprising was that to you? What was...
I'll answer all questions regarding that play. Thank you.
Okay, then, Nana, just talk about the way you guys came back at the end of the game, and just the feeling when you get that close and it doesn't work out.
Basically, just shows the resilience of our team the whole year, and we've showed it time and time again through non-conference season, through the conference season. The seniors, they did, they led us well throughout the whole year, and they showed us that they never give up. They keep battling from beginning to end, and that was just another example of that tonight.
Any more questions for the student athletes? All right, in the back on the left.
Cedric Golden, Austin American Statesman. Coach.
We're taking questions for the student athletes right now. Yeah.
Sorry. Tyler, just a thought about what happened down the stretch and how close it was and how it didn't come to pass the way you guys wanted it to.
Credit to Miami for making plays. We had the opportunities there. We just didn't convert enough of them. They're a good team, and we just couldn't get stops down the stretch.
Any more questions for the student athletes? Okay, gentlemen, we're going to let you go. We'll take questions for Coach Gross now. Questions for Coach Gross. Second row on the right.
John, just talk about that inbounds play there. It looked like everybody was really surprised that it went the other way.
Well, I got two thoughts. One, I thought the officiating Friday and today was tremendous. And these are the best of the best. Thought they did a good job. You know, you saw, and then my second thought is you saw the same video that I did. Those guys did a good job, though. They did. You know, it's a hard game to officiate. It's both teams physical, both teams desiring the same thing. You know, 50-50 calls are, you know, hard sometimes. So that's how he saw the play in live speed. And I certainly respect that and respect him and respect the call that he made.
Questions? Okay. Left of the aisle in the back.
Marcus Jackson, Champaign News-Gazette. You kind of touched on it a little bit with the guys. We've talked about this all year, but what do those guys mean to you, and how hard is it right now sitting here, like you said, not knowing that you're not going to have those guys anymore?
It's hard. It's really hard. It's really hard. Those guys have done a lot. You know, I think to be in this position, I think a lot of people wouldn't have thought that at the beginning. And then we, you know, got off to a good start. And then we struggled a little bit at the beginning of Big Ten play, and I felt like people kind of doubted them again. And then they found a way to be resilient and grind out, you know, some wins there in Big Ten play and play really well down the stretch. Biggest thing, though, I've said this, Marcus, is I just said this to him. I hope it's a great life lesson for him that, you know, don't put self-imposed limitations on yourself and believe in yourself. And when times get tough, they're going to get tough. They're going to get tough when they're married someday, when they have kids someday, and, you know, they've got to pay bills and, you know, all those life lessons that you learn. That's what sports are about, to be resilient and to grind and find a way. And they did that all year. You know, I'm, you know, proud of them for that. I'm proud of our staff. Felt like we got a lot out of them. Our staff deserves a lot of, assistant coaches deserve a lot of credit for that. You know, I thought today we played really, really well. And I thought they played well also. And, you know, they're a good basketball team, and it, you know, just didn't go our way.
Right of the aisle again.
Herb Gould, Sun-Times. John, you touched on it sort of in general, but specifically, I mean, Brandon gave you some big threes down the stretch, Tyler early. Just talk about some of the individual contributions, Tracy to the hoop.
Yeah, I thought, well, we've got guys that have a lot of courage. You know, they do. You know, they believe in themselves and one another, and the coaches, you know, they've done a great job, and guys made plays. I mean, I thought McLaurin's block was off the charts. I thought that Griffey made shots and rebounded the ball well. I thought Paul made plays. I thought Richardson was really good defensively. I thought he challenged the heck out of Shane Larkin's shot there. That was a big shot in front of the Miami bench, and I give them a lot of credit for making that play. He's a terrific player. You know, we had Nana with 12 rebounds. I mean, you could go right down the line. I felt like everyone that played contributed in some form or fashion. Herb, that's kind of how it's been all year. We've been kind of a committee of guys trying to do it together, and I think our guys have, you know, for the most part, they've done that. They've stuck together through thick and thin, and you know, like I said, for that, I'm proud of them.
Okay, left of the aisle in the rear.
Thomas Brook, Daily Line. How tough is it to see DJ Richardson shoot so poorly in his final game?
Well, it's not easy because I believe in DJ. I know he believes himself. I thought he had some pretty good looks there. You know, they didn't go in. You know, we had enough chances to make some plays that could have affected the outcome throughout the game. And you know, he had some pretty good looks. I trust him a lot. And you know, most days he shoots 10 threes of the quality that he had tonight. He's not going to make one of them, but you know, stuff happens. And the great thing about DJ is he found other ways to impact the game with how vocal he was, his leadership, the way he defended. I thought he was really locked in and engaged. I was, you know, proud of him and the way he handled himself all season.
Right of the aisle.
Ethan Osopsky, Daily Illini. Coach, just kind of reflecting, can you talk about how lucky you were to inherit a group that was this resilient all year long?
Yeah, they've very fortunate that they were open-minded, and having said that, I think our assistant coaches worked very hard, and we worked hard to develop relationships with the kids, and that's what coaching is. Finding a way to connect, and the players were very open-minded and allowed us to connect with them, and their belief in what we were doing grew exponentially as the season kept going on and on and on and on. Even when we were dealing with adversity there, where we weren't, struggled a little bit, they stayed the course, and so feel very, very blessed to have coached that group, and what they've done as we move forward here from year one to help us, build a foundation of what we want to be about.
Right of the aisle.
Just building off that, how much does this help you, the success in getting to the tournament for those young guys as you look to take further steps here?
Well, I think it helps, obviously. I'll have a chance to reflect more on that maybe tomorrow in terms of the breadth of the whole, season. Our guys have invested so much. I know they're disappointed, and they should be. They put their heart and their soul and their mind into this from day one, and kind of had a cause, and they battled every day to put themselves in position to have this opportunity tonight, to have a chance to go to the Sweet 16, and they made all that happen. So they obviously deserve all the credit.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.